no different at that because we're going to see Wolf on the opposing side. We saw this earlier, obviously, but this one is going to be a little bit different. We mentioned it earlier. Suarez, I think, is probably the best ledge trapper in terms of using all of Yoshi's kit.
Okay.
Because that up B at ledge mixes people up so heavy and then just allows them to get those free nair spacing and such there.
Of course, you got Dany too. The Wolf is Suarez's opponent, so let's get into it, AJ. Like you said, so this matchup earlier, a nice old vanilla Smash Ultimate matchup, right? No DLC in sight, Chad. Nothing to be afraid of, all right?
Bobby and Dany taking over from the looks of things. That looks like Bobby Wasabi. And
what's up?
So that matchup, of course, Villager into Wolf. Not the greatest time whatsoever.
For Villager, yeah.
There's that lingering egg at the ledge we was talking about. I do like the fact that Dany did short hop down B immediately on reaction, which means he definitely understands his matchup as he controlled that ledge.
Yeah, controlled the Yoshi right there 100%. Just stuffed him out of the air and then charging up a forward smash. That was perfect counterplay. That was beautiful.
Yep. And now from this point forward, like, you could go into Nair Wars with Yoshi, kind of, because Wolf has just such a good Nair. It's not the best thing to do for most characters, but Suarez is going to be looking specifically to punish Wolf Laser. I think that's why he's being very careful about his approach. Take advantage of that and win the air-to-air game instead.
Right, good movement there through the platform. That's the thing is, like, you see Wolf in the air and you hold shield. You're so scared of forward air, neutral air, any of those good options that he has. Drops to the platform, the quick movement into a grab. Really, really good stuff here from Dany. Love the way he's playing this matchup.
And now the moment you walk him over, that's a combo stock every single time. You miss that tag. So Suarez, you can't be comfortable with this lead. One F tilt equals like 50. And then, like when you see Suarez getting it, he will find that down air off the top and push you straight up to an even game. I like the fact that Dany's not jumping too much, and he's playing really well grounded, playing around that potential F tilt, forcing him to jump so he can get the landing punish instead.
Suarez on the hunt here, doing well in the air-to-air, but there we go again. Dany with another grab. Pressure at the ledge now. He's going to get big old boot to the face. That's it. All right.
Other fact that they have on like the PR graphics or anything they do for Suarez, they put the Tims on every single time.
Nice.
It's fantastic.
Classic, yeah.
You got to be very careful about getting up in front of that. But Dany, you can see Dany definitely knows this matchup. He's played around the ledge trap game from Suarez. He's given him a lot of respect when Suarez is trying to approach, and that's why he's been able to hold the lead so far, even though Suarez is not that far off. He's consistently had the lead up to this point.
Up smash too. Love that option from Wolf as an anti-air as well.
Yep.
And the mix-up, it's like a pretty simple mix-up between like whether you do the up smash for the timing right there, the 2-hit, or the up tilt, which is like pretty fast. And like, still though, we've seen Wolf go to the up tilt a little bit more for the anti-air kill. So I like the mix-up between either smash or up tilt. Yep. Good stuff. You got to use the whole thing if you want to win a set against Suarez, that's for sure.
If you hit him with that too, most of the time you're going to get him to panic and hit that nair on his way down and get that free grab. So, and sitting at 112, this is borrowed time.
Ooh,
I'm not surprised that he finally went for that. He rolled on 3 times, that being the 3rd time, away from the egg lace. It's like, okay, guarantee that you choose a different option rather than jumping on. Good for Suarez.
Down air into up air, okay. Neutral air too, the boot to follow up. Offense coming to life here for Suarez in the last stock.
So it doesn't take too much for Suarez. Once he gets you with 1 hit, the game's even. I cannot believe he missed that.
Oh my God, no way. I can't believe that. It was even that close. Drag down back air to forward smash to the ledge. Barely not killing for Suarez. Good attempt. Now he's got to close out the game another way here, AJ. What's he going to find?
I like these, like, okay, not that one so much, but he's like been waving
it
away, just forward smashing and nooch and didn't care, but Yoshi being kind of heavy, you're going to get away with that.
Both players barely hanging on by a thread under those stocks. Last stock situation here still, AJ. In a very important game 1, play best of 5. You don't want to be running up the hill the whole time.
Oh my God, soft hit of the bear too. They both keep getting away with like the simplest mistake of spacing to somehow stay in the game.
See, we're looking for the anti-air option again, AJ. We talked about it. It's going to be maybe forward tilt at this point. Going for the laser a little bit. At this point, though, it's like, all right, you can hit me with the laser. I don't really care that much.
And because Dany's holding center, he can continue to throw straight back here. Oh, the up tilt wings out.
We talked about that, man, the anti-air options. What are you going to go for? We talked about the up smash first. That time going for the up tilt was better because you wanted that first hit trade.
Yes.
You wanted it in that situation. Very good recognition. We talked about it.
Save it every time. Don't stale it.
We talked about it.
That was really well done. And that was a good bait at that, too, because of the amount of times that Dany jump bared in front of him. And in center, that's working out for you. He's at 170 plus, so the trades are going to work for you. But the fact that he snuck down that last second to get that up tilt, like,
because it is cleanly out first, and then he gets hit. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
That was like a frame off, I think, from Suarez getting the fair. Like, the fair just barely missed him. That was so close to Suarez actually coming out on top in that situation.
That's exactly what Dany wanted, though, right? I want to run up, and I'm going to trade, and that way, like, the up tilt's going to kill you either way. Even if you get the good hit, you're going to die first. Yep. You're at 170. All those lasers, it might have mattered, honestly, in that decision-making process. Very nice. That
passive damage comes in so well. And I like the fact that Suarez, like, he dropped down to look for the panic spot dodge to go back up there and get it again. But if I'm Dany, I'm feeling so good about that first game because I think this is going to be a mentally taxing set between these two. The way that first one went, you at least got the first strike on the board, so it's going to be less stressful for you as the match progresses.
Definitely. Tilt.
Very currents of not covering that. Suarez is almost always looking for that air dodge down.
Yeah. We've seen how good his offense could be. I mean, that drag down back air into F smash with the ledge, like, he's just a very offensively aware player. You know what I'm saying? Forward air. Yep, waited it out. There it is. Like we said, good awareness. Everyone gets scared in that situation. People get scared. They hit air dodge. They die.
That was good too because of where he hit him. There's a high likelihood that that up air might have actually not been true because of how late he was to get to the ground before he went. But just covering that panic, no matter what, you win out in that situation. Oh, this is big damage. Oh, he didn't commit to it. It doesn't matter. He got the command grab anyways.
Did you see that, by the way? Get the replay ready because he, like, slid. You could see the whole animation was weird on that. It was super late.
Like, he was underneath the platform already when he scooped
that was crazy. Yeah, the scoop was wild there.
Dude, stop. I am getting scared watching these short hops. Like,
well, air chicken going on. A lot of good neutral actually being played. Even that last set situation was just a lot of good neutral. I think these players have found a lot of respect for each other.
Is it just me, or does it feel like Suarez was doing that on purpose to get Dany to try and nair? Because he started nairing after that where he wasn't doing anything, and then Suarez waited and punished that. I feel like he was almost intentionally trying to bait him to do that.
Missing the jab block, though. Yeah, he's definitely good conditioning going on both sides, right? Okay, egg wave. Oh, trying the tricky setup. I like that.
That's so good too, because that covers nair out of the egg play, and it also covers a panic air dodge out of the egg play with that egg toss.
It's true.
It's a lot of damage. He's getting a lot of command grabs right now. That is adding up over time. It's the same as the pummel thing earlier, but finally gets it. And he got the damage done though at 116.
Yeah, 116 is really good, but again, we're seeing where Dany is winning the matchup or where he's finding kills is against the air when he's on the ground. Whether it was the up tilt or the up smash in game 1, game 2 here we're seeing it with the dash attack too. It's really clean stuff on the ground here from Dany. The problem is when he's grounded, sometimes he's holding the shield a little too much, which is where the command grabs are coming in. So that makes it up a little bit more, but already looking good here for Dany. 50% unanswered.
Very true. Yeah, completely unanswered so far. The fair finally comes in and beats out that nair attempt that he was looking for. No neutral get up. Good patience. Again, if there's any point that I say that Dany's playing the best in this matchup, it has been on the ledge so far. He does finally lose that stock to Suarez pushing him out, but he's kind of prevented Suarez from getting even earlier stocks because normally he's really good at beating Spacey specifically on ledge with the setups. At 85% to 15% right now. It's, I mean, Suarez is, like, he's playing it correctly, too. There's no reason to try and get into, like, a nair war with him right now. Let him commit. He's got to make this happen. And so far, he's already got 42 in his favor. Like, every single bit is going to help. And it continues chasing him with air dodge, too. 76. He has been dominating on this last stock.
Gotta get at the up smash though, scooping all the way in a big charge. That hitbox is deceptive, pulling him right in, and all of a sudden this just got scary, AJ.
Yeah. This is by no means a guaranteed lead, especially with Wolf. In the way that this works, he already put him up to 54, almost got him with the falling up air too.
Okay, double forward air here. The egg for the cover, forced him to go low. What's the setup? Oh, he just stood there though. I don't think he had the confidence.
Did it, but yeah, exactly. I think he didn't believe in it enough because he would never neutral get up in front of that.
Right. Grab, back throw, good stuff here.
What? Fair Bear might kill at, like, on a good sweet spot at ledge. So
back air again, no conversion though. A little too far away, the back air. Okay, nice job retreating to ledge actually. I really like that. You don't want to put yourself in a worse position here. Back air though. Is Dany going to steal this game away, AJ?
I mentioned it at the beginning of the set. Suarez on stream sometimes has an inability to close games. He needs to keep himself intact if he doesn't want Dany to take this away.
Back air! Not
This
Up
is
B2.
insanely
Good
close.
mix.
Oh,
What? Nothing? There's nothing? Okay.
That does it. That does it.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yo, kudos to Dany for keeping calm that entire time and bringing it all the way back. Like, that is not an easy thing to do, considering how good Suarez's control of the pace of the game was. He was empty jumping in front of him, pressing nothing at all to force aerials. He got the force aerials, and he would punish it. That would make me annoyed because it's Wolf Nair and I'm losing. But instead, he just stayed calm. The laser started to add up. That one really good advantage push on last stock where he went straight up to like 60%, scared Suarez, and he took full advantage of it.
2, 1,
And again, we came down to a last hit situation, AJ. And I mean, you got to give Dany a ton of props too for making that one so close. It was looking like a washout for Suarez up until that last stock, and then it was like, whoa, where did Dany come from here?
Yep. If Dany wins that game, I don't know how Suarez wins the set. Like, every single one of these games has been extremely taxing so far.
Already 91 on the Yoshi, looking really clean here on PS2. Good counter pick so far for Dany. Stretching it out a little bit.
Yep. And if I'm Dany, the fact that Suarez is he finally didn't second guess like a tech chase option, but he second guessed it so far, everything up to that point. So you don't really have to worry so much about defense. You can swing right back as he gets that up smash and gets a pretty solid first stock.
Definitely. So good lead here. Now he's approaching through those eggs, though. He's got to chill. You got the lead. Play back a little bit. You got that gun? Yep, there it is.
Exactly. There's no reason to try and rush up against one of the best aerial buttons out of shield and in the air. Just force Yoshi to have to approach you.
Yeah, well, and that's what happens, right? Suarez caught him swatting a little too much. That was a really good retaliation from the Yoshi.
Only 5% at that, considering how well Dany played that first stock. But this is as even of skill as you get between what we're seeing.
This is crazy, yeah.
That, like, Dany understands the matchup fully well. Suarez obviously knowing that at ledge, this is one of the few characters that can punish Yoshi for double jumping recklessly. Suarez has still been playing it well too. Not going to get the full hit he wanted.
You said, though, it's going to be such an important tool against Yoshi. You got to be able to, when Yoshi's in the corner like this, you have to be able to abuse him, and Wolf can certainly do that. We've seen Dany do it a lot so far in this set, but here comes Suarez. Speaking of abusing the ledge right here, Suarez has been doing a really good job too. Couple dropped opportunities though. Here we go. Dash attack. Wow, the highest hit of that. Very nice conversion from Dany. Wow, what a straight man. That was great.
Catching him at the ledge. Very solid. Of course, super active catching it. And once again, very similar to that first stock. He's sitting at 60-ish% when he took the stock. So he still forces Suarez's hand to have to win neutral at least twice to put him at kill percent. And so far, Dany, oh God, no way. Dude, if he got him on a fair off that ledge trump setup, that would have been ridiculous.
Pressure in the corner right here now, too. Look at the aerials. Wolf's aerials just beating out the eggs from Yoshi. It's so good. And the tech in, too, and a grab. Dany's playing really good recognition. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, I see this. React, do the right thing. Very, very good. It's very strong for a Wolf player, especially.
Like, you need to simplify the game against Yoshi. Like, as much as you want to box with Yoshi sometimes because he's always swinging out of the air, you can't do that. You have to be the one that's willing to let them pull the trigger first, and Wolf is so good at doing that. Well, it's 161. Nair at ledge probably gets it done, but Suarez is still, he's probably going to take a trade before it happens. It doesn't even matter.
Wow. Yoshi dying at 110. Oh, he's cheesing a little bit. All right. Filling himself up that back air.
Yeah,
it feels good to kill Yoshi that early. You know, it's not easy. It's crazy to say that that's early because it's triple percent. You know what I'm saying?
It's not often. That's what we were saying before with the fair bears at ledge. If he catches those with the full sweet spot hit, you can get rid of Yoshi early. So it scares Suarez. It makes him less inclined to do something. And the inner city of NY, Long Island, doesn't matter. They all go back and forth at it, and the crowd got real loud when Dany won that game.
True. Where's Dany from?
Devin, where's Dany from? Chat, where's Dany from?
Chat will always let us know.
Chat, help. All right, we got game number 4 here. What's your... I have a theory on how Suarez needs to approach this, but what's your view on how he should approach this going into this one? Because Dany's ability to just like continuously beat him on landing has been near untouchable so far these last 2 games.
Well, Dany's sponsor is from Tennessee, so...
Oh, Dany's from Tennessee.
He's also from Tennessee.
Okay.
Thank you. Tennessee. Dang. There it is. Okay, thanks, Chad. Tennessee, baby.
Oh, that's why they got loud. Tennessee in the building? The players from Tennessee, be happy because Your players are very loud behind him right now. They're trying to get to Suarez, as you should.
I think if your scene is trying to make a splash, smash ultimate, let's make big moves. It's one of the best majors to go to.
If you are in New York, you best bring the best energy you can, because 90% of the time you are not going to out-yell New York.
#1 in Tennessee. Thank you, chat. Appreciate you.
Well, there's a good. Well, it's definitely showing. It's 100% showing why he's #1 in Tennessee.
He's great.
Suarez, of course, one of the best players from this region too. And very close game. Honestly, I could see it going to game 5, but at the same time, Dany's almost always the one striking first. Didn't happen that time, but he already has him at 155.
Yeah. Going to the ledge here too, trying to set up some eggs, trying to weave around. That was some precision gaming right there from Suarez. Staying alive, but not for much longer. Only 22%. Dany's got to be feeling pretty good about that. I hope you guys can hear it. I hope the mics are picking up all this shit, man, because this is the best part about Let's Make Big Moves.
I love this. Crowd energy, hype behind your boys, getting loud and going back and forth with people. That's the beauty of coming out to these events, and it's needed as Suarez is hunting to try and keep his bracket run in Winterside alive in the first place, just to get Winterside Day 2. But Dany's trying to prevent that big time. However, 97%, it's looking pretty good for him so far.
Around here, playing nice and patiently. Suarez movement, cleaning it up a little bit, coming to life. Suarez fighting hard in this game 4, but look at the boots coming through for Wolf.
Against most characters, that's such good option coverage.
Right.
Except for Wolf Nair. That's why you can't get into that Nair ward. That's why Suarez earlier was doing well at baiting it. I think Suarez has not been baiting it as much, and that was what I was alluding to before. He needs to get way more patient, but Dany's up 2 stocks to 1.
A big boot, man. That was really clean there from Dany. He's looking to send Suarez to losers early.
This would be a big one. Like we said, Suarez plus stream equals bad time for Suarez. But he's had moments. But Dany is just playing that good right now. You can see the body language in Suarez too. He is deep sighing every time he's getting hit. Dany's taking full advantage of it, and his coverage has been insane so far.
This Wolf is great. I love watching this Wolf, man. And it's not easy to say that in 2023. We've kind of seen it all when it comes to Wolf. But these great young Wolves are bringing something new to the table every day. I mean, we see from Jackal. Oh my God! Suarez says, you know what? I'm not done yet though. Last stock, let's go, Dany. What do you got?
All right.
Well, beautiful.
If that egg didn't get in the way, he was probably taking F tilt. Now it's probably the game. But Suarez just needs a couple quick combos. He hits him out of the up smash.
He needed to double mash that jab real fast.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, this is getting scary.
Wait a minute.
Suarez clutch.
Dany can't. He just can't get reckless.
Nice patience by Suarez. The offense is racking up for the Yoshi.
73%.
A lot of fight right now, AJ.
Really he's refusing to let it go. He still has opportunity. Tech chase. He waits for the landing. Doesn't get hit by the Nair.
Tried to catch him rolling in. He faced backwards. He wanted a back air jab block. Smash. We got a game 5 situation. The crowd's going ape shit right now.
Let's go. Game 5. Long Island crowd getting up there and just rebuttaling big time.
Long Island, not a place known to be quiet. Let me just tell you that right now, okay? Whether it's Smash Ultimate, whether it's baseball, anything, man, they be yelling their hearts out. Let's go.
Player 4's got to be there. Where's Reggie? You know he's getting loud. But this is exactly what we hope to see. Dany was playing phenomenal up to that point, but Suarez with an incredibly clutch play, forcing yet another game 5 for him. There's Reggie. And the Tennessee crowd has been no slouch on that either. Everybody's been getting loud. It has been phenomenal of a set so far.
I gotta say, hot set alert. Someone pulled the hot set alert alarm because it is going off right now. Game 5, Yoshi versus Wolf. Like I said, love a good vanilla matchup here.
Ish and Evil-ish died for this matchup to be this good.
They walked so the Suarez and Dany could run through. Down air, yep. Yeah, they were both clearly studying that footage, by the way. A lot of notes being taken.
They paid close attention to that first stream match. If it wasn't for them, they would not be playing as good as they are right now. But, all right, so Dany has been really good at catching Suarez out of his double jump specifically. That's getting him so many straight hits.
Right? The dash attacks have been so good too, even as an anti-air tool. Like just the way Dany's been using it has been so good throughout this whole set, but the spacing from Suarez in the air is so good. Bailing out of that situation, he says, you know what, I'd rather just go to the ledge and deal with this
Sometimes you need to do that too. It's not worth it. It's not worth trying to hit that Nair again because you're going to take so much more for it. Get to ledge. You've already been really good off the ledge throughout the whole game anyways.
Okay. Suarez too. As the set's gone on, Suarez has been better at fighting out of the ledge, which is so important. It looked like Dany was like, the up smash beats it out though.
Boots an ass, bro. He straight up tried to sit out. He's like, no, get up.
Back throw. It's not enough, but it could be an opportunity here on the ledge trap. Hold up. Oh my, he's got to stop getting hit by those eggs, by the way. It's a free recovery for Suarez.
Yep. It's the same
shield
same feel as like getting hit by those stray lasers. It's damage that you really don't want to take.
Nice.
Dash attack gets him though.
You said it, man. It's a scoop. Good anti-air. Good catch the landing option. Up air though. Very nice stuff. Very clean. Going down to a 2-stock situation. Game 5.
It's one of those games where it just feels like there's no shot. It doesn't go last hit. They've been going back and forth.
Yeah. It's one of those sets, AJ. We've seen them before.
You'll love to see it. If that down air hit, that would have been an even game. It doesn't matter. Finds the bear, waits for him to land too, and tries to cover the nair. But Dany's landing options have been really good at where he's been mixing up where he drops down.
Right. Oh, trying to catch him jumping, but no punish there. Instead, the tech, Suarez's tech chase situations have been so good in these last couple games.
Which is really good considering
78.3. It was exactly tied, AJ. It was exactly tied. A grab?
Goes for the trip. He tries to catch a panic on his way down. No time on the neutral get up on that, and Dany just Dany's navigation around the ledge has been so good against Yoshi. It's actually absurd. It's not easy to consistently get around Suarez's setups like that.
Down tilt here. Forward air, right?
Good spacing around the grab too has. No neutral get up, but he punishes a point. That's an up air.
Yep. Suarez pulling ahead. It looked like he was down and out game 4, honestly, but now he's a lead here at game 5. But how long is it going to last? Back there doesn't get the good hit, though. Doesn't hit him away, at least.
That could be a big difference maker on Dany getting a stock at 0 or taking 40 to 50 before he gets rid of his stock in the first place, which is exactly what Suarez is doing.
Nice.
Doesn't matter, though. Miss spaces the nair and gets the up smash.
You got to watch your aerials that kill percentage around him because he's either parrying or spot dodging and up smashing, and it's working out so well. Oh, no. This is big damage. 76 on Dany.
Dany no. He gave up the air dodge.
He's got to be careful with these defensive options, AJ. It could cost him the game.
Suarez is covering, he's forcing a lot of air dodges out of Dany right now. That's going to be really good for him because that's going to allow him to find that single hit back air to get that drag down and get that up smash or forward smash he's looking for.
Down air here. Suarez in full control here, but this is Wolf. He's a thief in his own game and in Smash Ultimate.
True enough. I mean, Wolf can absolutely still win in this position. That's the scariest spot, especially when he starts walking him to the ledge off of those nairs.
Roll! Oh, spot dodge, okay. Very, very scary there for Dany. He's holding on to almost 150 on the Wolf.
So here's the issue with Yoshi at these percentages. You pretty much can only go for back air.
Oh,
but he doesn't
That's
need
gonna do it. Clutch play by Suarez. Hell of a set that we have there. Woo! Oh my God.
That's so stressful because around 140 or so, it's just back air unless they make a mistake. But Dany made that rare mistake finally off the ledge. He was so good from ledge the entire time, but just that empty jump alone, baiting out that air dodge, making him land because he had a big enough percent lead, you can't afford to take that nair, so you freak out and he punishes him as he lands. Incredible job from Suarez too. Like he's a homie, but just to be as honest as possible, a lot of times when these situations happen, he doesn't come out on top. The fact that he was able to stay calm this time and did, that's going to be a big mental boost for him going into day 2.
Suarez, super clutch, man. I mean, look at that game 4 situation. Down 2 stocks to 1 and able to make that big comeback there. Able to make it happen and then forcing a game 5 and then taking it down. I mean, it was last stock, but I mean, you saw the percentage differential was a whole 100%. You know what I mean? Yep. And the ledge control. Like, it was just all really good from Suarez. That's the thing about everything being best of 5 is you got to be ready for a marathon. I've always, thought about this, too, is, so, everything's a best of 5 in this tournament, so isn't it a little bit different? Shouldn't it be scored a little bit different than other tournaments? Because it's more of a marathon. It's, a whole different format. Not to throw that out there, but, if I cause an upset on MK Leo, which is 100% possible, by the way. So, if I beat him and it's, a 2-1, right? I beat him in best of 3, but then, Tweak beats him in a best of 5, isn't that worth more because he beat him in a best of 5?
So I believe the way things are just weighed out in general, it's just the place you are at and then the value of the tournament based off of how many attendees there are. So whether it be a super major stuff, I don't believe that the best of 3 or the best of 5 actually make any difference in that.
But it should, doesn't it?
But this is the first time we've ever had it, so.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I feel like that opens up a different can of worms, but it's worth the conversation because, why not?
Because beating someone in a best of 5 should be valued higher than beating someone in a best of 3. It just should. You have to take more games.
Well, I mean,
right?
definitely.
Look, every top
if you
player
beat Leo in the best of 5 instead of the best of 3,
well,
that is significantly better.